What if the key to stronger intuition and protection from heavy energy isn't a crystal or an amulet, but something you already wear every day? What if your hair works like a natural antenna, and most of us were never taught how to use it? This idea isn't new. Ancient teachers linked to Thoth, the Egyptian guide of wisdom, spoke about it long ago. Many cultures, in different words, point to the same thing. Hair can carry memory, hold energy, and help your inner senses tune in. I'm going to explain this in simple terms and give you clear, practical ways to work with it so you can clear old emotional weight, strengthen your field, and feel more like yourself again. Imagine your hair as a living part of you. It's not just decoration that grows and needs trimming. It's sensitive. It listens. It stores. Think of each strand like a tiny book that keeps the feel of your experiences. After stress or heartbreak, it's common for hair to feel dull or heavy because it's carrying the charge of those times. When we pour harsh chemicals on it, handle it with frustration, or cut it without any thought, we may scramble those stored files. This doesn't make you bad. It just means your hair is listening to whatever you say and do with it. The good news is this connection can be repaired. When you treat your hair as a living part of you and care for it with intention, it responds. It stops acting only as a receiver and starts acting as a protector. Its vibration begins to match your truest self, and that creates a natural field around you that repels what doesn't belong and draws in what supports you. There is an old story people tell about Native American trackers in the Vietnam era. They were known for powerful instincts. After their hair was cut for military rules, many said their sense for danger and subtle signs went down. Whether you see this as strict history or as a teaching story, the lesson is easy to grasp. Hair cut or handled without intention can quiet the signal. Hermetic wisdom says, as above, so below, meaning the physical and the subtle mirror each other. Hair is a physical thing that can support a subtle ability like intuition. If you break the physical link in a careless way, the subtle link can weaken. Hindu teachings say long hair can hold life energy prana and direct it to the higher centers in the head, like little filaments that catch sunlight and cosmic energy. Many yogis keep their hair long to stay connected to that larger field. The Bible's story of Samson points to the same truth in symbol form. His hair wasn't magic by itself, but it marked a sacred promise and a direct connection to the divine. When it was cut, the bond was broken, and his power faded because he was no longer plugged into that vow. Across Africa, hair is treated as sacred. You don't touch someone's hair without permission because hair is part of their energetic house. In some traditions, touching someone's hair unwisely can pass or pick up feelings and thoughts, wanted or not. Hair doesn't just receive energy, it also stores it. That is why ancient people turned ordinary hair care into ritual. They weren't being superstitious. They were being practical with energy. When something ended, like after a loss, they might cut the hair to release grief and open space for a new chapter. When something heavy needed to be cleared, they might burn or bury a small lock with a prayer to return the stuck charge to nature. When protection was needed, they braided hair, sometimes with a thin red thread or near a protective stone like black tourmaline, to seal the field and keep out dense influences. These simple acts told the body and the energy, I release what is old. I welcome what is true. Fire and earth acted like natural cleaners. In alchemy, this is called turning the heavy material into something clean and neutral again. A braid is not only a hairstyle, it is a quiet way to organize your energy. When you weave 3 strands, you can think of one as will and intention doing, One as intuition and receptivity listening, and one as the result, protection and order. As you braid, you are not only arranging hair, you are aligning your inner parts. Many shamans braided before ceremony to prevent energy leaks and keep outside influences out. In parts of Africa, braid patterns carry identity, prayers, and family lines. In parts of India, hair is often braided and oiled for rituals so the person's energy isn't scattered but focused and offered. If you feel anxious or messy inside, sit quietly and braid slowly. With each crossover, imagine your thoughts lining up, your emotions calming, and your choices sealing. If you want a little extra support, tie in a thin red thread near the end or rub a single drop of sandalwood or myrrh on your palms and lightly smooth the finished braid. Treat braids made with intention as private. Ask before touching someone's hair, and ask others to do the same with yours. The simplest deep cleanse uses two basic elements, water and intention, plus a comb. Water is the oldest cleanser in spiritual life because it clears not only the body, but also the energy and memory attached to it. Combing doesn't only detangle strands, it also helps detangle feelings. You can turn a normal shower into a small ceremony in 5 to 10 minutes. Warm some water. If you like, add 1 or 2 drops of lavender or chamomile. Before you begin, hold your hands over the water and say, out loud or inside, what you want to release. Fear, grief, tension, old stories, anything. Then comb from roots to ends slowly and breathe steadily. With each pass, picture stress and worry flowing out. If you like, light a small candle and look at yourself with kindness, as if you are caring for your most tender self or your future healed self. Let the water touch your hair like gentle hands, and at the end, pat dry and rest. This ritual is helpful after hard days, loss, breakups, and any time your head feels loud. If your hair feels especially weighed down, try a simple moon rinse once a month. Make a light herbal infusion of rosemary or sage and let it cool. After washing, pour it through your hair, then let it air dry if possible, even by a window where moonlight can touch it. As it dries, say, I keep what is true. I release what is not. This is not about perfection or rules. It is about your attention and your breath. Hair responds to gentle, steady intention. Everything you do with your body sends a message to your energy, and hair is no exception. Cutting, straightening, dyeing, or ignoring it are not only style choices, they are signals. If you do them carelessly, you might interrupt a cycle you haven't finished or cover emotions that want to be seen. If you touch your hair with frustration, shame, or harsh words about your looks, you accidentally tell your system, I reject myself, and your field lowers. None of this is about fear. It is about awareness. The fix is simple. Add intention before any change. Ask 2 questions. What am I ready to release? What am I calling in now? If you choose to cut, thank the hair for what it carried. Save a small piece and offer it to earth or fire in a safe way, saying thank you and goodbye. If you choose to dye, choose a color on purpose and bless it. This color reflects my truth and joy. If you style daily, even a brief pause, 1 hand on your head, 1 slow breath, 1 kind sentence can change the signal you send. Keep your boundaries. Hair is part of your energetic space. Be mindful about who handles it. Ask before touching someone else's hair. Ask others to do the same with yours. This simple respect keeps your field clearer than any complex technique. If your hair is short, shaved, or you are bald. Your antenna is still there because your scalp and follicles are alive. You can massage warm oil like coconut or jojoba into the scalp slowly with breath and intention. You can use a natural fiber head covering that you bless with a short prayer so it acts as a traveling shield. You can do the water and comb ritual with focus on scalp and skin. You can hum or chant softly while massaging. The vibration moves through bone and calms your system. If you prefer not to oil, even 10 slow fingertip circles at dawn or before sleep, while saying, I am clear, I am connected, will strengthen the signal. You can keep a simple rhythm so this doesn't become a burden. On waking, place a hand on your head and say, I align my mind, heart, and will. Then comb or smooth a few times while breathing. If you're going out, a quick braid or gentle tie can seal your field. Once a week, do the water and comb ritual and oil the ends or massage the scalp. Once a month, do the moon rinse and, if it feels right, a small intentional trim. If you trim, thank the piece you cut and offer it back to the elements. Small, regular acts beat big, rare ones because frequency is what programs the field. Use simple supports if you wish. A drop of rosemary for clear thinking, a whisper of lavender for calm, sandalwood or myrrh for protection, a small piece of black tourmaline near your brush as a doorman stone, a thin red thread in a braid to remind your energy to stay sealed. Keep these gentle. Less is more. Your intention is the real power. Avoid common mistakes. Rushing, which sends mixed signals. Self-criticism while grooming, which writes rejection into your field. Letting everyone touch your hair. Making big changes without saying what you are ending and what you are beginning. Replace harsh thoughts with simple lines like, thank you for protecting me, and I honor what you've carried. If your hair has been through harsh treatments, bring forgiveness into the routine. Speak to it. I'm sorry for the times I treated you without care. Thank you for staying with me. From now on, I handle you with love. Even if you keep coloring or straightening, doing it with care, breath, and gratitude changes the feel and the effect. This all matters because when you forget your natural expression, trends and pressure can push you around. When you honor your natural signal, you become harder to manipulate and easier to align with what is right for you. This is why many strict groups start by shaving or tightly controlling hair. It resets identity and weakens the personal field. You can choose the opposite path. Care with love, change with intention, and keep your signal on. If you want a one-page way to begin, do this today. Before you touch your hair, pause for one breath. Place one hand on your head and say, I belong to myself. Comb slowly 5 times from roots to ends. If you can, braid loosely, imagining you are weaving calm, clarity, and protection. If not, simply smooth with your hands. When you shower, hold the water for a moment and whisper what you are releasing. When you dry, thank your hair and your scalp for carrying your story. If you feel heavy, do the moon rinse this month. If you plan a cut, name what chapter you are closing and what new one you welcome. Keep your boundaries. Ask before you touch someone else's hair. Ask others to do the same with yours. Your hair is living. Treat it like a friend. Let it be your everyday talisman, an antenna that helps you sense, a memory keeper that you can cleanse, and a soft shield that holds you steady. With small, steady acts, you will feel clearer, safer, and more at home in yourself. If you can feel even a little spark of this truth, say it out loud or write it down now. My antenna is on. They may never say it out loud, but they feel it inside. When the bond with hair is broken, something important in a person gets weaker. It touches identity. It dulls inner power. It blurs the quiet memory that lives in the body. Mocking hair, erasing it, or forcing it to look a certain way becomes a hidden way to make people smaller and the same. You are not powerless in this. You can reverse it. You can make caring for your hair a form of sacred resistance. Simple, steady acts that tell your soul, I remember who I am. Every small gesture can carry meaning. Braid your hair before a hard day to hold your energy close. Comb it lightly before sleep to calm your mind. Let it fall free when you want expansion and creativity. You do not need big ceremonies or special tools. You only need presence and intention. Your hair is a visible part of your soul, and your hands can speak to it without words. If someone laughs and calls this nonsense, just observe yourself. Notice what your body does when someone touches your hair without asking. Pay attention to how your chest tightens, how your shoulders lift, how your energy pulls back. Then notice how different it feels when someone combs your hair with care, or when you tie it back quickly in anger. Your body tells the truth. Your soul knows it too. People have long said hair seems to keep growing after death. Whether or not that is literally true, the image carries a message. Hair holds story. It is a thread between what you feel and what the world can see. This understanding is not new. It is very old. It points toward Thoth, the Egyptian master of hidden knowledge, scribe of the gods, keeper of wisdom, writing, and magic. Thoth is the bridge between the seen and the unseen, the one who turned the laws of the universe into symbols humans could grasp. In that light, your quiet sense about hair is not random. It fits into a larger pattern of how energy and meaning move. Think of Thoth's teaching like this. Consciousness flows from the all, the universal mind, to the soul, and from the soul into the body. For the signal to be clear, the channel must be clean. To the priests and alchemists of old, water was more than H2O. It was the universal purifier that could dissolve heavy energies. Old texts linked to Thoth say the same thing in many ways. Purify first, then true reading becomes possible. Combing your hair with water is a simple, living way to use this truth. See your hair as an extension of your nervous system, a physical antenna. Water clears that antenna of static, stuck emotion, heavy thoughts, the noise you pick up during the day. Combing with intention guides the current. When the antenna is clean and tuned, the soul's whispers, your intuition, your inner knowing, arrive with more clarity. You are not only washing, you are calibrating. You are turning your receiver to a higher station so you can pick up what your higher self and the universe are already broadcasting. Now that you can clear the channel, you can also amplify the signal. Egyptian magicians used a simple power trinity to move from cleansing to creation. Mind, symbol, word. Your focused mind sets the direction. A symbol anchors that direction. Your spoken word gives it shape. You can try a gentle hair meditation in sunlight. Sit where the light touches you. Close your eyes and breathe slowly. Imagine each strand as a golden fiber that drinks in the sun, carrying that light through your scalp into your brain, and then through your whole body. Let that light brighten every cell. If you wish, add a drop or two of sandalwood, myrrh, or frankincense. Warm the oil between your palms. Then lightly anoint the ends of your hair before meditation or sleep. Keep it simple and safe. If your skin is sensitive, dilute the oil or skip it altogether. Intention is the main power. The oil is only a helper. You can also practice a small alchemical ritual with everyday things. Sit before a mirror, which can represent the universal mind reflecting itself. Light a candle, a sign of divine will and transformation. Comb your hair slowly and speak a brief affirmation that matches the life you are building. I am calm and protected. My mind is clear. My heart is steady. Let the words be gentle and honest. Your voice is creative sound. In that quiet moment, you are shaping your inner field and teaching your body to hold a new frequency. How you handle your hair during the day matters too. Let it flow when you want openness and new ideas. Braid it before important meetings or hard conversations to help focus and protect your energy. If you feel the urge to cut your hair, do it after inner work as a rite of passage, not as escape, a way to say, this chapter is complete, and I am ready for the new. Speak to your hair with respect. Thank it for shielding you, for sensing the room, for holding memory. This is not vanity. It is a way to honor the sacredness of your body and treat yourself with kindness. Boundaries are part of this practice. Hair is personal. It is part of your energetic space. You are allowed to say, please ask before you touch my hair. If you feel pushed to change your hair to be accepted, pause and ask, does this serve my soul or only someone else's comfort? Your yes and your no are both sacred, and both are part of caring for your field. It also helps to see how the same laws can be used against people. Across history, those who wanted to break a person or a community often attacked the antenna first. Forced shaving, forced sameness, public shame. This is the principle of polarity used in reverse. The knowledge that frees can also be twisted to bind. Hair can support your connection to your higher self, and cutting it under force or humiliation can be used to weaken that connection. Systems that push sameness over soul leave people open to outside programming. Your answer is to choose the positive pole. Connection, dignity, and sovereignty in small daily choices. Many people experience hair as a storehouse of memory and feeling, a soft record of life. When you care for it with love, it often reflects spiritual health, vitality, harmony, and clarity. The way hair can stand on end when you sense a shift, feel heavy in dense spaces, or feel light in fresh air is a living reminder that we are part of a shared field of energy. We influence it, and it influences us. This bond strengthens intuition and the ability to sense what cannot be seen. Hair is not only a receiver, it can also carry ancestral wisdom, hold a link to your lineage, and keep you close to your deepest self. Let your care become a rhythm. In the morning, take one slow minute before you step out. Breathe, comb gently. Set a simple intention for the day. If it helps, slide your fingers through your hair and whisper, order in my thoughts, peace in my heart. In the middle of the day, if you feel scattered, step aside for a moment. Loosen a tight band, smooth the edges, or rebraid. Let your body know you are safe and present. At night, release what you gathered. Comb from scalp to ends with patience and imagine the static of the day, voices, stress, screens, leaving your field and getting caught in the brush. Wash when you feel heavy and let the water rinse away what you no longer need. Once a week, slow down for deeper care. Wash with care, condition with patience, and if you choose oil, use only a little on the ends. As you work, speak gratitude and a simple truth like, I release what is not mine. I keep what is true. When you end a chapter, after healing, after a move, after a lesson learned, trim a small piece with thanks and name the new season you are entering. If your hair feels dull or lifeless, treat it as a loving signal to look within. Ask simple questions. How is my sleep? Am I drinking water? Where is my stress level today? How is my breath? This is not medical advice. It is a gentle check-in. Sometimes the kindest first step is rest, kindness, and less noise. Notice, adjust, and proceed softly. This is also the principle of rhythm. Everything moves in waves, so you do not force constant output. You learn your tide. Some days are for openness. Some are for containment. Hair care becomes a small way to honor where you are in your cycle. As you align with your own rhythm, your intuition grows clearer. Energy that felt stuck begins to move. The soul's voice, once drowned by static, becomes steady and trusted. If you want a simple 1-minute practice you can use anywhere, keep it this gentle. Breathe in for 3 counts and breathe out for 3. Touch your hair with awareness from scalp to ends. Say quietly what you feel right now. No judgment, only truth. Choose a gesture that matches your need. Let it flow for expansion, braid for focus, tie back softly for action. Seal it with one sentence like, I choose clarity, or I choose compassion, or I choose courage. You can also sit near a window, close your eyes, and imagine each strand drinking light. Inhale to receive, exhale to radiate. And by placing one hand over your heart and the other over your hair and whisper, aligned. Through all of this, remember what matters most. This is not about style rules. It is about sovereignty. It is about using a natural, built-in way to listen to your soul and speak back to it. You do not need rare tools or complex steps. You need intention, breath, a brush, water, and a few quiet minutes. Over time, small choices build a strong field. You may notice sharper intuition, kinder self-talk, steadier boundaries, and a calmer mind. You may notice that your hair, your mood, and your energy mirror one another, and that you have more say in how all three move. The universe is always sending wisdom, love, and guidance. The question is not whether the broadcast exists. The question is whether your receiver is on and tuned. Now you have a simple manual. Clear the channel with water and care. Calibrate it with intention and breath. And amplify it with symbol and word. Start where you are. Start small. Start today. And if this message stayed with you, leave a note that says, antenna on, soul tuned in. If you want to support this work, there is a link in the first pinned comment. Your help truly matters and lets more people hear messages like this. Share it with someone who needs it. And when you are ready, there is a special next video waiting. Click through and let's walk the next steps together.